you can see over time, like how I've grown this, and I've only just started. And every one of these people I'm fully engaged with, you know, like it's a fully, you know, immersive, you know, conversation, you know, that I'm having with every one of these 127 people. So I would submit to you that a list of 127 people is probably as valuable as a list of over 2,000 or 3,000 if you are fully engaged with them.
Because we're going to be talking about amazing tools with Facebook Messenger and Facebook Messenger bots. And these are going to be all tools that you can leverage for your business, whether it be online, offline. We're talking about Facebook Messenger bots. I am your host, Professor Nez. Welcome to NEZNATION Live. And today's guest, I'm very, very excited to announce. Today's guest, you probably know who this is, and he's sitting there waiting for me right now. His name is Ryan Steinolfson. He's got his own marketing company in San Diego, Accelerated Marketing. He is just a complete evangelist of live video. He's an expert in live video branding and marketing and digital marketing. Ryan, how the hell are you, brother?
I am doing great. How are you doing, Peter? I'm really excited. You're exactly right. I mean, I do have a digital marketing agency, and we've been around for close to a decade. And, I'm doing well. I'm actually here in Florida visiting with my son and my parents I've been visiting with them for the past 9 days. I'm heading back to San Diego, and then going out to Bali to consult with a colleague of mine that wants to start leveraging live video and chatbots and Facebook Messenger ads, and can't wait to do that because we're going to crush it. I mean, it's like there's a perfect storm forming, and it's called Facebook.
Yeah.
And they are creating some amazing tools for us, and I can't wait to have a pretty much, you know, unlimited ad spend and really just see how far we can take this. But I'll get into more of that as we talk today.
I'm so absolutely excited to have you guys. We've already got a lot of viewers coming in. Gord, nice to see you. It looks like we've got DG Gregory. Nice to see you. Jeff is in the house. Sean. Hey, guys, please share this out. I'm telling you, it's been a while since you've seen Professor Nez. It's been a while since we've had NEZNATION Live. I took a little bit of a break, and I cannot think of a better guest to bring to the table for our Season 2 comeback. Ryan is going to just provide insane amounts of value and information. We're going to be doing screen sharing. We're going to go step by step. This isn't going to be all talk. You know, I love to talk, probably too much. Yeah. But this is going to be really step by step. Okay, we're going to be showing you exactly how you can leverage these tools. So please share this out. I'm going to be monitoring the comments. I know Ryan is going to be answering some questions. We're going to probably be on here for about 30 to 40 minutes. And so I want to just jump right into it. Ryan, tell us, I'm going to share this out right now. Ryan, tell us how you're going to set this up, and go ahead and do your thing, brother.
Okay. So, and DG's part of my group. I have a Go Live group that, you know, where I talk about live video, and we mastermind about messenger bots and things like that. So glad to have you in here, DG, and we probably are going to have a few more people in here. And I have some other people that are clients of mine that want to know about this stuff. And so they're probably going to jump in. I shared this out on my chat bot. I broadcasted it out. That's
awesome.
How DG found out about it. And so let me just start here. Okay. Let me just start with Wikipedia, because the other day I was interviewed by somebody, and you know, it's like, I give a good definition of it, but it's, you know, because I know what I know, I don't really bring it down to the level that I think that it really needs to be. Just simply,
right.
Here's what the chatbot is. Okay, I'm going to blow this up just a bit so
awesome.
that you can see.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay, so let me see here. Let me go in, and then there we go. Okay, so a chatbot, this is from Wikipedia, also known as a talk bot, chatterbot, bot, chatterbox, artificial conversation entity. So you got all the different words that people use. Is a computer program which conducts a conversation via auditory and textual methods. And I think that's really key. The one little key word there is auditory, and not just auditory. Wikipedia missed something. It's also visual. And
right.
That's what's so powerful is
right.
when you engage with me, Peter, what did I do? I sent you a video message back, and I literally grabbed you by pretty much by the cojones, and you were like,
what is going?
You were like, what? I mean, and that's what I did with DG, and that's what I've done with Blake, and that's what makes this so powerful is the auditory, the up to a 60-second audio message that you can actually send to people, or a 15-second video message that you can send to somebody right directly to their Facebook Messenger, so that they're engaging with the chatbot. It's conversational, and then you come in there and you insert yourself and you engage with them. That's the mind-blowing wow factor of this. So let me just go into such programs. Let's just continue here.
Yeah.
Such programs are often designed to convincingly simulate how a human would behave as a conversational partner, thereby passing the Turing test. I don't know what that Turing test is, but you can go to Wikipedia and find out more about this.
Yeah, what is that Turing test? That's interesting. If
anybody
anybody knows in the comments, let us know.
Yeah. So chatbots are typically used in dialogue systems for various practical purposes, including customer service or information acquisition. Some chatterbots use sophisticated natural language NLP systems, but many simpler systems scan for keywords within the input, then pull a reply with the most matching keywords or the most similar word patterns from a database. So what this is doing is this is telling you is that basically it's a robot basically that's having a conversation on your behalf, so that you can give the person the information that they want to at the moment that they're actually engaging with your Facebook Messenger page, your Facebook Messenger for your page.
Right.
Having said that, that's only a quarter of the coolness. Okay. So think of FAQ on steroids. So they can go and self-help themselves and find out anything that they want to about your business. And it's a fully engaging conversation that they're having. And they really can't tell the difference between if it's you or if it's actually a robot. And a lot of times people will say, is this you, Ryan? And then I jump in and I see the conversation and I'm like, well, that wasn't me before, but it is now. And that's when I wow them and I send them a video message just to really make it so that they're like, wow, I did not expect this. And that's the opportunity. And we'll get into that. So,
Hey, Ryan, great stuff. I have a couple of, this is really interesting stuff. So I have a comment from Gord. Gord said the Turing test, it was developed by Alan Turing, thank you, Gord, in 1950, is a test of a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to or indistinguishable from that of a human. So that's really interesting. And here's another thing too, that somebody left a really interesting comment. I get a lot of messages from things like this. It's kind of annoying. I think maybe Ryan already answered this, but Josh says, does this come across as spam to Facebook users? What are your thoughts on that, Ryan?
No, and that's the subtle, okay, first of all.
Good question.
It's a great question, because when you think bots, I get a little, I'm like, ooh.
I think everybody does, yeah.
I don't even like to refer to this as bots. I refer to what I do with Facebook Messenger as Facebook Messenger automation, okay? And now, that's a little bit less icky, but at the same time, here's the real power, and that's why I interjected what I did right in the beginning, is that I want you guys to understand it's not about the bot, it's about what you can do once you get somebody into Facebook Messenger and they're waiting and they're engaging with your chat bot. It's that moment when you arrive and you get there and you create that engaging moment where you send them a video or an audio message and you directly respond to their questions based on how they've engaged with your chatbot. So think of a chatbot as really like the best CRM in the world, because everything that has been conversed between that person and the chatbot is available for me to see, so that I can see the complete history and I know exactly what that person's interested in, so that I can then have a very accurate and poignant conversation with that person and meet them where they want to be met and actually answer the questions and get to the point much faster than if I just sat there and did it myself. It's just the bot is taking care of that initial fact-finding, information gathering phase, and then I interject myself and I'm like, okay, I know what you want, here's the answer, and it's me, and it's like that's what people are wowed by. So so
the takeaway is, Ryan, so this is a really interesting kind of preface. So the takeaway is that if anybody has any fears that this is turning into this sort of Terminator, the robots are which I think you're right. I think a lot of people have this perception of bots, and I got to be honest, me too. You know, I mean, I kind of had that initial sort of, I don't know about this. Is the human element going to be removed? But if I can understand what you're saying, Ryan, you're saying this is sort of like intelligent automation, meaning
Absolutely.
You're basically breaking the sort of the first barrier of communication and networking and understanding each other through a really advanced system that responds. Like, I love what you said, FAQ on steroids. And that really kind of saves a lot of time. It's just productive.
Totally.
So, yeah, so that's really great. Let me get to Sean just a really quickly, Ryan. Sean says, I'm using chatbot purely for coaching and value, not marketing. Interesting. We've got Josh. What if you don't arrive in time and they realize they are talking to a bot?
And that's totally okay. And what I do with that is that I just go, okay, you know what? I didn't arrive at the time that you were there before. The person's going to come back and see your conversation. So I drop in an audio message or a video message, and I say, hey, you know, Ryan here. Really great thank you so much for jumping into my messenger. I see that you asked these particular questions. Here's some of the information. I'm going to post it next. Let me know what other questions you have. Boom. 15 seconds. And I mention their name so they know it's me and that it's actually a message that I'm sending to them. So it's me sending like, hey, Peter, how you doing? Just like I did with you when you first jumped in.
Yep.
That's what really gets people. They know that it's you, and it's not just a recorded message that goes out to everybody. It's a message that I took 15
personally
seconds of my time to personally send to you. And that, in my opinion, if you take that one concept away from this entire presentation, what I'm talking about here today, that is what's going to differentiate you. Nobody gets left behind in this. That's the cool thing. Like my buddy George Bryant talks about is, you know, digital marketers have a little bit of a bad rap for a good reason.
Yeah.
Because we use email marketing and we blast out to everybody, and we think a 20% open rate is great. But what happens to the other 80%? Those 80% of other people are left behind. Well, with this, you can actually, if you want to, you can have a list of 200 people and have that list be as effective as a 10,000 person list. Why? Because you're engaged with every single one of those people on a level that you could never achieve with email marketing. So that's really what chatbots are. It's a CRM, it's an email marketing system, it's an automation system, all rolled into one, and it's a communication tool that allows you to communicate in a way. It's like text messaging as well.
Yeah.
So it's like all those rolled into one, and people are really now just trying to figure out they're just trying to wrap their heads around how to really make best use of all of those platforms at one time. And the way to do it, I'm telling you, is to do what I suggested, because that creates a wow factor, and it gets the person engaged from the beginning. Now, I have to say this as well. We're on the subject of email marketing. 20% open rates are great, okay? With Messenger, okay, with Facebook Messenger broadcasting and automation, and when I send a broadcast out via Facebook Messenger, I'm getting open rates of 50, 60, 70, 80%.
Wow.
I'm getting click-through rates on the links that I put in my broadcasts of like 50, 60, 70%, okay?
Wow.
So, and comparably, you get click-through rates on links that you put in emails of maybe 2-3% at the most. Okay, so if that doesn't convince you all by itself, that maybe you should consider, if you've got a very big email list, to try to move those people over to Facebook Messenger by putting a link. And this is another thing, if you just take another thing away from me today, is if you've got a list, do whatever you can to try to create a multi-level conversation with those people. Email, text if you're doing it, and Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
So you're meeting them where they want to be conversed with, where they want to communicate with you. So it's not just about email. It's about if they do want to have that rapid fire engagement with you, then meet them on Facebook Messenger where they want to meet you.
Right.
And have that conversation. And all you got to do is say, hey, like today. And I would encourage anybody that's watching to experience what I'm talking about by going to m.me/GoLiveRyan. And by the way, anybody that's got a page, you
give me
have,
that again, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm going to write it in the comments. M.me.
So, and it's http://m.me/m.me/GoLiveRyan. And if you put that in, Peter, with all lowercase, you should get a nice, Facebook does this. It's really cool. It's another really cool little strategy and ninja strategy is if you keep it all lowercase, Facebook will automatically, when you put it in as a comment, it automatically will give you the image, like a really cool image in the comment for people to click on of your actual, your page. Like it literally gives you the background image of your page or the banner image, and it will tell you, it'll actually tell the person how many stars you have if you've got star ratings turned on.
Really cool.
So you've got instant authority, you've got instant social proof right there in a comment so people can click on that.
Right.
And then when you click on it, they go right over to your Facebook Messenger, and then starts the actual conversation.
So I kind of botched it. Why don't you type it in, Ryan? Because I want to get to DG Gregory's comment. DG Gregory, I think this is amazing, Ryan, what you're providing right now, because I think demystifying chatbots and automation is really important for not only the NEZNATION audience, but everybody. DG says, exactly, the bot just helps refine and define the customer's interests and questions so that you can provide the most targeted, valuable, and personalized information.
Yes.
So I think that really sums up, Ryan. This is amazing. I mean, 50% open. I mean, that's insanity. So, I mean, anybody who's out there, who's even thinking about the sort of funnel, right? Isn't this kind of, Ryan, it's sort of getting that conversation, getting the gears going, making sure that they understand who you are, what you provide, what value, how you can help them. Isn't this sort of like, I mean, I don't see how you couldn't at least experiment with this, right, Ryan?
Totally. I mean, really is.
So yeah, sorry, Ryan, write that in the comments if you can. Oh, you did. Perfect. I see it. I'm going to pin that. And then also go ahead and give us your demonstration, because I am all eyes and ears. And ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to Ryan as he shows us specifically how to do this. Yeah.
And of course, the one day that I'm out here doing this, we've got like everybody
airplanes
cutting down the trees just outside of the parents' house here.
Of course.
Like right there.
Wow, nice spread.
I'm like, oh my gosh. All right.
That's a beautiful spread, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. It's my parents'
Why didn't you invite me down there? We could have done the interview by the pool. I would have jumped in. It would have been a nice climax.
Right?
To the interview.
I do a cannonball.
I would have cannonball. If I would have cannonball, that pool would be empty. Trust me.
So what Peter and I talked about before is that really it's the critical component of this, and we're leveraging Zoom's ability to be able to share screen or to share the actual phone itself, which is really, really amazing. And I'm gonna take up the whole screen. I'm gonna turn it sideways here.
Sure.
So are you able to see my phone here?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. So it looks like, hold on, let me stop share and reshare it again. It's a little bit delayed. So let me just start it one more time. Okay, so screen share, boom, AirPlay, got my phone up. Okay, there we go.
Awesome.
So, okay, so what I'm gonna do, so now I'm gonna take the whole screen up. Okay, so here's my iPhone. So I'm showing you my iPhone here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna go right into Facebook Messenger. Okay, so just so you guys know, this is your personal Messenger app. And then here's where I go to my Messenger for my page. So what's happening is when somebody, I just got to explain this. When somebody is engaging with my page, what they're doing is they're going into their personal Facebook Messenger app here, and they're engaging with my page over here, okay? My page is Messengers. That's a very important distinction, okay? I want everybody to understand.
Thank you.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in here, and I want you guys to see so here's I manage a lot of pages, obviously, as you can see. So here's my page, okay? This is my of course I'm getting a phone call, like right at the, okay, so here's my here's where you get your messenger, messages. So you go to the bottom here. And by the way, I have to say this, you guys, you would not believe how many of my customers, literally, when I go in, because I have access to all their Facebook pages and I can see all their messages. There are so many pages out there that are not responding to their messages. Guys,
wow.
If you have a page,
yep,
there are people trying to communicate with you right now. I have some of my big brand guys, like major, like they're not even responding. Their social media manager, their community manager is, or, sometimes whoever it is, like it's, if it's a local business, they're just not paying attention to this, this one particular channel. And
right.
It's a major mistake because people are trying to communicate with you here. I guarantee you, if you go in here and look, you'll see that there's probably messages there that you've not responded to for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So please pay attention to this first and foremost. That's my first recommendation. Second is leverage this. So here, I'm going to go into my conversation with Peter here. Okay. So this is me going in to my messenger conversation with Peter. I'm going to show you the history of Peter's engagement with my bot. Okay. So what's happening is, and you can see here that you can even right down here, you can even schedule appointments and do all kinds of really cool stuff. And as this loads, okay, so now it's loaded, it's loading. Okay, so you can see, Peter really engaged with my bot. Like he's gotten some broadcasts from me, and he's seen, some content. That's obviously one of the things that we're doing is we're trying to add as much value as possible.
Right. And,
this is how we started with Peter. I mean, it was, a welcome message. And then we went on, down here, we gave him the option to call my team, etc. So I could see, I sent him a video message here. All of this whole history of our conversation is all kept here. Okay. So I can always at any point go back and see what Peter's consumed. I can see the entire history of how he's engaged with me and my brand. And this is what I was showing you here. This is an example of what shows up when I was saying the comments. This is what shows up, but it shows up with my reviews, an image like this. When you actually post your m.me / whatever your page. And let me also, go back to that. Every page has their own messenger URL. Because a lot of people ask me, how do I get people to actually start messaging me? Well, the fastest way is for you to send out your messenger link. And your messenger link is just m.me / whatever your page name is, okay? And you can find that, and I'll show you where to find that in just a second. But so you can see this conversation goes on and on. And so here's the real, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is what I was telling you. This is the real value, okay, with Facebook Messenger. So imagine that Peter just engaged with my bot, for the past 2 or 3 days or whatever. And I would never let that happen, that he would go to, I always try to respond to my people that message me, and I get a notification immediately when somebody messages me within.
Right to your phone too, right? It's a banner push notification, right? Goes right across your phone.
Well, it depends on how you want it to show up. But yeah, I mean, I make it a banner because these are critical to me. I mean, I want to know immediately when somebody messages me so that I can create that wow factor, because I want to separate myself from everybody else. And the way that I do that is this, and this is what I would suggest for you, is I go all the way down, I see what he's done, and then I go here, and what I'll do is I'll do one of these 2 things. I'll either send him an audio message with this, or I'll send him a video message with this button right here, okay? And when I do that, it's very simple. You can send up to a 60-second audio message, and I'm just going to tap that. And then all I do is I hold the record button down and I go, hey, Peter, I'm really glad. Let's see. I see that you actually sent me the NEZNATION link there. I see that you actually, you said okay, I tagged you there. You've really been engaging with my messenger bot. It's been awesome. You've gotten a lot of I see you got my messenger code. Let me know how else I can support you, and any other questions you have. If you like, information about Facebook Messenger, if you like, information about Facebook Live, I'll tag you as such, so that in the future, when I send out any broadcasts, I will only send you information that you're interested in. So let me know what you're interested in. Just type it in, and I'll make sure that I tag you that way. Okay, thanks. Boom. Now that audio message is immediately sent to him. It can be up to 60 seconds in length. This one was just 43 seconds. And Peter has gotten
I just got the notification.
Yeah, you got notification. It's immediately on your phone. And now he can listen to that, and that's super engaging. The other thing I can do is I can tap on this little button right here, which is the camera. And then I just go, hey, Peter, really great to see that you engage with my messenger bot. I'm really excited to see that you're getting started with this stuff. Let me know how I can help you, and look forward to getting started with you.
Awesome.
Okay, so that, hey, Peter, really I'm going to send that. Boom. So that goes immediately into Peter's Facebook Messenger, okay, his personal Facebook Messenger, on that link to the right that I was showing you earlier. And I'm going to go back and show you guys that again. But that right there, I'm telling you guys, if that's all you do is audio respond and video respond to people like that, ain't nobody doing that right now. I can just tell you, right? Like nobody, okay?
Right.
So,
and I've been doing that. Actually, it's interesting, if I may, Ryan. I love this, by the way. Guys, give us some thumbs up if you're just enjoying this. Give us some shares, please. You need to spread the word about this, because I have been using this not only with clients, but with fellow colleagues and peers. Obviously, I talked to Ryan through Messenger, and for my Digital Entrepreneur Show podcast, all of my co-hosts, we do the same thing. We used to communicate through email, but we found it much more seamless, much more effective to communicate through Messenger. And like you said, Ryan, it saves everything. And you can always go through the entire thread and look back and find out, even though sometimes that can be a little straining. Sometimes you have to go all the way back, but it's really cool to have every single interaction basically recorded, right? It's almost like a cloud, right? I mean, it's like
CRM.
You know what I mean?
The best CRM.
It's like the best CRM, exactly. So how does the bots, Ryan, how do the bots allow, or how can we actually even initiate? Is there something that you can give us, maybe not necessarily a demo, but talk a little bit about where can we go to even just set up the bot? And is there a lot of technical barrier to that?
Yeah, let me do that really quick, and I'll show you. It's really very easy.
Okay.
Our agency, we do set up bots for companies. That's part of what we do. If you go to accelerateyourmarketing.com, you can see that we've got a page there that, we've got 3 different levels if you want to get started. But you can, ManyChat is a great place to start. We use ManyChat. And you can, by the way, you can set up sequences. You can tag people. You can automate sequences. You can send messenger follow-up messages at any time frame in the future. So think email marketing.
We just got a question about that, Ryan. We're getting a lot of questions about how can I use this with my email marketing? How can I use this? How can I start this with my business? So yeah, great segue there.
Okay, so let me just show you first. Okay, to get started, here's the first thing I would do. Let me go right in to my Pages Messenger again. Okay, so let me take a step back here. So I'm going right into my Facebook page, manager there on. That's an app that's for your iPhone. If you just go to Facebook page manager, you should be able to get the app, which is this one right here. Pages manager. That's this one right here. Okay, it's got the little flag on it. So I'm going into that. And then I'm opening up my Ryan Steinolfson page here. And then I'm going down to my messages here, which I've got 2 that I need to respond to. And Gord, I'm gonna respond to him and Crystal, both. Him especially because he's brand new. I'm gonna respond to him just like I just demonstrated with you, Peter, because that's the window of opportunity, I call it. It's the window of reciprocity. It's the window of wow, you call it. Nice. That's awesome. I'm actually going to use that a lot. Your window of wow is literally about an hour to 2 hours from when somebody goes into your messenger bot, and you then have that opportunity to create that wow moment for them by sending them an audio or a video message. That's your window of wow. And I'm going to do that with Gordon here. He just opted in here 2 minutes ago. But let me show you something. Okay. Let me go in here to Messenger, and I want to show you, here's what's really.
Somebody just asked, does it work for Android?
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay.
And I haven't even gotten into the whole, discovery thing. That's a whole nother. Okay, so now let me go back here.
Sure.
What I'm
please.
doing
Yeah.
I'm showing you guys how you can get your link and how you can get your parabolic code so that people can actually jump in to have a messenger conversation with you. Okay, so that's the first step. Let me just.
Do you have to be really technically proficient? Do you have to be like a tech dude, Ryan, to figure all this out?
Not at all. It's very simple. I'm showing you right now.
Cool.
So if you go into your page here, now in the bottom here, see the 3 little dots? If you click on those 3 little dots and you scroll up and you go to messaging settings. Oh, sorry, not messaging settings. Let me go to the top here at messages, okay? Messages right there. Okay. And then see this right here? This is it's like a little parabolic code.
Yeah.
So what you do is you just tap that and then boom, share messenger code, share messenger link. That's it. That's your messenger. You will automatically have a messenger code and a messenger link associated with your page, and that's how you get it.
Cool.
Okay?
That's
Was that
awesome.
easy?
Yeah, that was really easy. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Okay. So that's how you get started, guys, is you want to start sharing out your messenger code and messenger link in everything that you can so that you can start having a conversation with people that want to have a conversation with you, okay? You can start having these private message conversations, these Facebook Messenger conversations, and begin the conversation, and then you can do all the awesomeness after that, okay? All this other stuff, in my opinion, is just like icing on the cake. It all begins with you really bringing people into your messenger bot, okay? And that's how you start it. So if I want to share the messenger link, I just click on it, and then I have all these different ways. I can copy it, I can message it to somebody, I can send it out on Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense?
It's kind of like a snap code.
Exactly. It's exactly like a snap code.
Right.
And all you have to do is somebody would just take a picture of your parabolic code, the one with the crazy dots and dashes around it, around your image, and then they immediately go right to your Facebook Messenger.
That's awesome.
And by the way, really interesting, you can actually make that parabolic code. You can change it so that you send people to different places based on the parabolic code that you create. So you might create one parabolic code that sends people to one sequence and another one that sends somebody to another sequence. Does that make sense?
So you have different sort of, so basically you've got different bots for different purposes. Is that what you're saying, Ryan?
No, so so you can only have one Facebook Messenger bot that's associated with your page. But what I'm saying is, is you can have one specific parabolic code, like a Snapchat code, that would, when somebody scans it, it sends them to one section of your bot, like maybe a certain sequence, and then you'd have another one that sends people to a totally different sequence. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So let me show my screen here on my computer.
Sure.
So you guys can actually see where I would go if you want to really start building this out. Okay.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would just go to, there's many out there. There's Chat Fuel, there's ManyChat, there's BitBot, there's all kinds. But if you go to ManyChat, okay. ManyChat's great. It's very user friendly. It's $15 a month. And this is my new page that I just started. I mean, it's kind of cool. Watch this. So if you can see how this has grown over time here. Hold on.
Yeah. It's sawing down your trees.
I know, it's crazy. But you can see.
It's not that bad, actually.
I know. You can see over time, like how I've grown this, and I've only just started. And every one of these people I'm fully engaged with. Like it's a fully, immersive, conversation, that I'm having with every one of these 127 people. So I would submit to you that a list of 127 people is probably as valuable as a list of over 2,000 or 3,000 if you are fully engaged with them,
right.
which is exactly what I am. So
right.
I encourage you guys, if you're doing the things that I'm showing you, my point is that you can make that subscriber, first of all, I'm making 2 points. You can grow your subscriber list very, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be 10,000 strong for it to be a valuable list and a valuable communication platform for you. Facebook Messenger, that is. Because you can engage, and let me just show you. So I'll just show you. So let me show you one thing that I did here. So I just sent out this message here. This is how easy it is. I just create a new broadcast if I want to, and I can send it out. I sent it out. You can see that I only sent this like an hour ago, and I got a 60% read rate and a 42% click-through rate.
Jeez, that's insane.
Okay.
Those numbers. And if you're not understanding those percentages, and if you're thinking that like, well, is that good or bad, or you're not sure, that's amazing, by the way.
Right.
Because as Ryan said earlier, in email marketing campaigns, a 20% open rate, we'd go nuts over, right, Ryan?
Right.
But 60% is off the charts.
It is, and that's look. I didn't even send that as a regular broadcast, meaning I didn't even send the sound notification with it, which would probably bump that another 20%. So once everybody actually gets this, I'll have a read percentage of 80 to 90% and a click-through rate of well over 60 to 70%.
Right. So just to kind of review really quickly before we go any further, Ryan, first of all, thank you. This is awesome. But just to kind of review really quickly, so I think it's really important to understand, especially people who, you know, are really new to kind of bots, or the idea of bots still kind of rubs them the wrong way. This does not eliminate the human element. It only automates probably the most tedious aspects of your business. I mean, not tedious, but you're really automating intelligently. I think that's the best way to put it.
Totally.
And this is, and you definitely still need to follow up. The human element is super, super viable and super meaningful and is absolutely necessary. And Ryan, you know, I've said this before, Ryan, in previous broadcasts, that I think that, you know, video is going to be the predominant form of communication in the 21st century, if it's not already. And Ryan is one of these guys. He'll actually, and you know, Ryan, Periscope Ryan, you know, he's got all sorts of different handles. He's been in the video live streaming game forever. But Ryan's one of these guys that will actually send you. He'll actually spend time, and this is where I think is the difference, is why he's going to Bali and he's being paid to do what he loves to do and what he's good at doing, which is live video branding and strategy. Ryan is one of these guys who'll take the time to actually just show you. He'll show you everything, and he'll also send you personalized videos. And that was very difficult 6-7 years ago, but it's not difficult now, right, Ryan? Because you can use your smart device. And how has that? I just want to ask you. I want to kind of shift gears for a second. I know we're not going to be broadcasting too much longer, but I want to just ask you. I want to shift gears for just a second, if I may, Ryan. Yeah. How has the advent of all this technology? How has the ease and accessibility? How has creating these amazingly personalized messages and videos, how has that changed everything you do and your business and what you can give to the Nez Nation audience, how it can help them too?
Well, that's a really good question. I mean, that's the $10,000 question right there, because what we've done as an agency is we've gone from using Infusionsoft, for example, okay, which is a great platform, and the certification that we spend to train every one of our new employees is...
People who don't know Infusionsoft, Ryan, Infusionsoft is?
So Infusionsoft is an automation tool. It's an email automation system, and it automates more than just email, but that's what a lot of people know it as. A lot of people kind of laugh and call it Confusionsoft, because it is kind of confusing, and it takes some time to learn. And so, you know, and not only that, not just time, we spend $500 to $1,000 to train for 3 to 4 weeks every new employee on how to use Infusionsoft. How it's changed our businesses is that now we can actually implement something on the level of Infusionsoft.
I love it. Right when Ryan gets cooking, when this is awesome. This is what I love about live video.
Like, he's right there. So I'm just moving. So I'm going around the tennis court here, and I'm gonna like.
I love it. I love it.
So basically, so what it's done is
I feel like we're on MTV Cribs right now. You're just showing.
I know if my parents were inside, I'd bring you inside. But
that's awesome. No, that's okay.
No, but so what's really cool is that it's literally made it so that I can bring somebody on board with my company, and they can make amazing sequences, and I mean like funnels, like build out funnels within days instead of weeks or months, because they can literally create they can create a simple sequence in or a funnel, otherwise known as a funnel, in chatbots or in Facebook Messenger using, for example, ManyChat, and do all the same kind of stuff that we do in Infusionsoft by tagging people and so that we send them only the information that they want, for example. That's really, really key. It's really critical. Right. But that's really the biggest impact is that it's made, that's one impact. The other impact is that it's really made it so that I can engage with people on a much deeper level in an email type of automation, where I wasn't able to before. Email doesn't allow me to, for example, send a video. It doesn't allow me to send an audio message. Whereas with this, I can do both, and I can engage with people and really segment my list much more rapidly. That's the other great thing is I can ask very poignant, very quick little questions that I might not send out as an email because they're just so, it's like too little for an email, but it's not too little. One sentence is not too little for a message, and I can very easily segment out my entire list with literally 1 or 2 sentences sent out to everybody. And that's really powerful. That's like huge, it's huge. And then, so the engagement factor along with the decreased time to train people to get really the same type of results, and the fact that we can segment our lists, very rapidly are three of the biggest things I think that have impacted our business.
This is what I love about Ryan, and I'm not trying to stroke his ego or anything, but guys, this is like, first of all, this is going to be just before we get out of here, and I'm going to have Ryan have the last word. But, before we get out of here, honestly, make sure, because there's a lot of valuable information in this. I know a lot of people have been asking, where can I, if you came in late, go to my Facebook business page, Professor Nez, okay, and you'll see the replay there. I'm also going to be repurposing this on YouTube. Okay, so some people have been, so I'm going to be able to clean up the audio too, because I know Ryan's had some chainsaw massacres going on. So I'm going to be able to clean up the audio and stuff too. So please don't fret if you've been having a hard time I know there's been a few comments, hard to hear, or the audio hasn't been the greatest. Nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. But this is what I love about Ryan is you can sense his passion. You can sense that this is not about cutting corners, which I think a lot of people also think that bots are a way to enable laziness or what have you, but and I pinned the comment by, again, thank you so much, DG Gregory. DG Gregory says it allows you to focus your time and energy on truly connecting and providing the most value for a smaller group of customers who truly want what you have to offer. Ryan, yes, you've been absolutely fantastic. What are your last thoughts? What's the last thing you want the Nez Nation audience and everybody watching on the replay? What's the last thing you want to leave with about messenger bots and about digital marketing or anything? Ryan, go.
Thanks. So first of all, thank you for having me on. Thanks, guys, for listening. I did see the question about the landing page. You can create a landing page, by the way, right in ManyChat. And what's really cool, I haven't even cracked the surface, Andres, but I mean, literally, if you go in there, I mean, there's so much more that I can show you. If you go to my website, ryansteinolfson.com.
We're going to leave that in the comments too. Ryan, I'm going to have you go back in the comments and leave all your information.
Okay. Because I really want you to see that if you go to ryansteinolfson.com, you'll see that there's a lot of growth tools, that, as they call them, that will allow you to really, make it easy for people to connect with you if they want to DG's point, you know, and so my final thoughts on this is, you know, get started on this you know, as soon as you can. Make it, just take some simple steps. Don't make it complicated. Go to, you know, you can go to ManyChat, start off with a $15 a month plan, or even the free plan. There's a free plan that they have. And just, you know, take it one step at a time. But really, if I were you, I would just focus on the engagement component. So instead of focusing on volume, focus on really meeting the needs of each individual. And if you do that, this is the first tool that really allows you to do that. Because now that I know what I know, because I've been doing this for like a decade in digital marketing, email doesn't allow you, in my opinion, to have that kind of a conversation that is really as engaging as I would want it to be. So you now have the tools with the combination of live video, Facebook Messenger ads to get people, and we didn't talk about that either, but
right.
You can drive people right from a Facebook Messenger ad into your Messenger conversation, your Messenger bot, and then you can start that conversation. And instead of it being just a click to your website, it's a click to have a conversation with you.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's a whole shift in itself. So you can, and we're starting conversations with people for about $1.50 a conversation. Like that's a new lead for $1.50 or less.
Wow.
That's amazing. So I want you guys to really, right. So just that's what I want to leave you with is really look into that triple combination of Facebook Live, because I said I wanted to talk about that, with doing Facebook Live video and then driving people from the Facebook Live video to your Facebook Messenger bot, chat bot, and then engage with them in the way that I taught you guys today. And then also leverage Facebook Messenger ads to get more people to subscribe for the long term.
And also, God, that's just amazing. And we could probably do an entire show on Facebook Messenger ads too, because that's just dynamite, you know, gold value. But also, you know, you could actually, because I know a lot of people, and I think Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you probably did a video about this, but you can actually attract more viewers to your live broadcast using Facebook Messenger bots, alerts, right? Right, Ryan? Did you already mention that?
Yeah. So what you can do is you can actually, this is what
a lot of people complain about not having as many viewers. I mean, there's obviously so many people dismiss the value of the replay. I think, in my opinion, I think so many people dismiss the value of the replay and they're not cognizant of their replay viewers. But to get more people on the live broadcast, Ryan, can you just talk maybe for a minute about how Facebook Messenger bots can help with that?
Okay, so what we do with that is we use the broadcasting tool to broadcast out when we're live the link to my list, to my Facebook Messenger list, because the people on Facebook Messenger are just like your email list. So once somebody subscribes or opts in and they start the conversation with you, they're opted in to your list. They're part of your, just like they would be subscribed to your email list, they're now subscribed to your Facebook Messenger.
Awesome.
So that allows you to send broadcasts to them. So what I'm doing then is I'm sending a broadcast of the live video link out to people that have been tagged based on them raising their hand and saying, yes, Ryan, you know, when I send the question out to everybody and they say, what do you want to learn more about? And they say Facebook Live. Well, I can, in ManyChat, I can identify people that want to know more about Facebook Live, and I send the link out to a live video that's about live video to all the people that have been tagged as people that want to learn about live video.
Right.
So that's how you can actually get more people to attend live. Now, the other thing that is really very valuable, and I want you guys to understand this, is that you can actually get people to go into your Facebook Messenger bot by just posting a comment into the actual live video post or any Facebook post. So for example, if Peter said, I want to use the word NEZNATION as my keyword, and anytime that somebody types that in by itself as a comment, I want them to go immediately into my Messenger bot, you can set that up.
Oh, that's great. That is awesome. And that's all automated, right?
Yes, and that's
that's
so you have
crazy.
to have the pro version of ManyChat, which is $15 a month to do that. But I'm telling you, that's a very
Wowza.
that's how you integrate Facebook Live with Facebook Messenger chat.
Yes. Yes. So this is, and yes, Jeff says, these are great tips. Maybe Professor Nez can use some of them to get more people on the live shows. You better believe it. I think everybody here watching, and I want to give a huge, big capital letter thank you to Ryan Steinolfson, who has just done an amazing job of providing value. Thank you so much, Ryan, for being on the show. And I think everybody who's watching, anybody who's coming in right now, Dan Queck, how are you, Dan? Good to see you. Dan's part of the Livestream Blueprint group.
Dan.
All right, Dan, good to see you, my friend. Yes. And I just want to thank Josh. I want to actually, you know what? Let me do really quickly, Ryan. I want to thank Josh. I want to thank Dan. DG Gregory is awesome. Great comments. I want to thank James Van Pruin. I want to thank Sean. Sean, great comments. Andreas. I want to thank all you guys. Josh Lichtner. I want to thank all you guys for coming in on the broadcast, and anybody I might have missed. Gord, I know Gord from our Tube Ritual group. You know, this is it. I mean, I think everybody watching and people who are coming in now, you need to go back and watch the replay. I know I'm going to. And I'm also going to be repurposing this on my YouTube channel. I have a playlist for NEZNATION Live, all my live broadcasts. So Ryan has just provided insane value. And Ryan's going to go back after the broadcast. When he gets time, Brian's going to go back and he's going to leave all his contact information in the comments, his website, how you can get a hold of him, and maybe possibly even work with him. So I'm going to go ahead and have him. Yes, I missed you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. So I'm going to definitely have Jeff's sort of a NEZNATION fanatic. You got to love Jeff. So I'm going to have Ryan go back in there and leave all his information. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely going to be trying to implement these strategies. And the learning curve, Ryan, the learning curve. I mean, you pretty much showed how simple it is, but to set up all these automated tools, just on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it?
You know, I'd say it's a 5 out of 10.
Oh, perfect.
You know, it's
perfect.
It's not, you know, it's not that challenging. I mean, James, who's on my team, you know, he's on my team for Accelerate Marketing. He could give you some insights into that as well, because, you know, he just started this and, you know, maybe a week ago, and he's starting to set these up. And, you know, I would give you guys one more tip is
please
mind map out how you want your messaging tree to go. That's going to really help you see the bigger tree of messages, so you can see the overall way everything is moving, and so that you can see how things are connected. It's really important that you see the big picture, and mind mapping allows you to do that.
Right. Love it. Okay. You know, on behalf of myself, a NEZNATION audience, Professor Nez, again, Ryan, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Barb. I want to thank you again for, we had a great group of viewers, and those of you watching on the replay, thank you so much for watching. Again, Ryan's going to go in and put all his comments. If you're new to who I am, Professor Nez, we talk about interesting things from interesting people related to the field of marketing, digital entrepreneurship, leads, creating, YouTube creating, video creating, live streaming. This show is all about trying to inspire you to go be motivated and do your thing. So please like my page. Please make sure that you hit follow. I know that Jeff said he hit live notifications on. I don't think too many people mention this. There's a little light bulb in the comments. Those of you watching, you can click on that and you'll always be notified when we have a show. And you know me, I'm going to keep bringing it. Ryan, thank you so much. You are awesome. Thank you, everybody watching. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thanks.